All right. Hello, everyone. So we will be going through this last paper in the series of the May-June for your AdMaths 060623, May-June 2022, and it will be a 2 hours paper. Okay, so we have exactly 1 more week to your exam. All right, so just a short recap on everything. Make sure, okay, you all use your black or dark blue pen. You only use pencil. Okay, for drawings, anything, all the drawings, please use your HB pencil. Okay, write your name, write your answer, okay, within the space. Do not write, okay, using erasable pen or correction fluid. Don't write on the barcode. Use a calculator where appropriate. Show all your working. Okay, some of you are your presentation still flying here, flying there. I want you all to be systematic from left to right. Okay, from left to right. And if they cannot see the answer, okay, if they cannot see if they cannot, like your answer is somewhere in the middle, what you want to do is maybe you can just put your final answer at like the right hand side, okay, so that the marker is clear also on where your marks are at. Okay, you must show all necessary working. No marks will be given for unsupported answers from a calculator. And then make sure you put it in 3SF or 1 dp for angles in degrees. Okay, to be safe also, one more thing, bring 2 calculators. Okay, touch wood, maybe one calculator will the battery gone or something, right? Okay, we don't know what will happen. Okay, last time when I was a student, what I always do, I always bring 3 calculators because I very kiasu. Okay, scared die. Okay, kiasi and kiasu lah. Okay, during exam. Okay, so all these are the formulas. I don't want to go through it. You all know what is it. Print it out, put it on your pillow so that it will get absorbed into your head in the next 1 week or so. All right, let's look at this first question. Solve the equation 4 modulus 7x minus 3 modulus minus 5 equals to 9. Okay, so what does a modulus do? You all got to remember, to solve for a modulus, okay, what we got to do, it becomes a plus and minus, right? Okay, so we not slowly, we just move all the non-modulus one to the right hand side first. So it will become modulus 7x minus 3 modulus equals to 7 over 2. Okay, so plus 5 over 4. All right, for this one here, right? Okay, if you all see in my working, and if you all recall what I said also, right? Why did I start the plus minus from the left hand side instead of straight away shifting it to the right hand side? So I start from the left hand side here, right? You all see here the plus minus. If I open up the modulus, okay, I want you all to take note this one, especially if you got a modulus and question on inequality. Okay, so your less than or more than one. All right, so because the less than and more than one, the negative sign, you got to remember that it will affect the other, the symbol to change the symbol. Okay, to change the sign from negative, from less than to more than and more than to less than. That is why you see I always write it on the left hand side first. Okay, so that's one thing for y'all to remember. Okay, so you gotta split it, the positive and the negative one. So 7x minus 3 equals to 7 over 2. Then this one, I can open up the bracket with the negative. So negative 7x plus 3 equals to 7 over 2. Okay, solve for this. 7x equals to 13 over 2. X equals to 13 over 14. Okay, this one, same thing. You get 1 over 2. X equals to negative 1 over 14. So you get 2 answers here. Okay, if you all watch my Instagram, okay, I think I just posted yesterday or 2 days ago. What does the modulus do? Why got plus and minus? It's because you negative modulus, you become positive. Positive modulus will also remain as positive. Okay, therefore, when you open up, we don't know whether it's negative or positive. There are 2 possibilities. So negative and positive. So that's why we need to make it as positive and negative. All right, question 2. Do not use a calculator in this question. Variables x and y are related by the equation y equals to kx squared when x equals to 1 plus cert 2, y equals to 1 minus cert 2. Find the value of k. Giving your answer in the form a plus b cert c, where a, b, and c are integers. Okay, you see all these little things, I think a lot of you got minus mark for one of the future question. don't ignore this. Okay, don't ignore this. You all know what's integers, right? Okay, whole numbers. Some of you, your presentation, just for the final answer, you're -1 mark, -2 marks like that. You all know how to do it. Just presentation. Okay, how to do this question? So they want us to find the value of k, right? Okay, so we got y equals to kx squared. Okay, we make k as a subject, therefore k equals to y over x squared. We substitute the x and y into here, okay, which you will get 1 minus sec2 over 1 plus sec2 squared. All right, so open up the bracket, 1 minus sec2, 1 plus 2 sec2 plus 2. Simplify it, 1 minus sec2 over 3 plus 2 sec2. They want it in this form. Therefore, we got to rationalize the denominator. Okay, so we multiply by 3 minus sec2 because a plus b, a minus b equals to a squared minus b squared. Okay, but you'll get 3 minus 2 sec2 minus 3 sec2 plus 4 over 9 minus 8, which is your final answer, 7 minus 5 sec2. Okay, I think most of you got correct for this. This is a 4-mark question. So make sure it's in this value. So you all see here, if you all write it in another form, you see the a and b, they already told you it's integers. So if you come out like a fraction or whatever, confirm wrong already. So make sure you all check the values. Okay, question 3. The points A, B, and C have coordinates 2, 6, 6, 1, and PQ respectively. Given that B is the midpoint of AC, find the equation of the line that passes through C and is perpendicular to AB. Give your answer in the form AX plus BY equals to C, where A, B, and C are integers. Okay, they want it in this form, so you follow in that form. Okay, don't go and present it in y equals mx plus c, which I think more than half of you actually presented it, even though yes, it's a straight line. Okay, but you see the form that they want, this is what they want you to present it. And if you write it in fraction, also minus mark, because you see here, the instruction, A, B, and C are integers. Okay, let's find what is the midpoint of AC first, which is B. Okay, midpoint AC, which is equals to B. Okay, all right. So A, B, and C, right? So let's say if we were to draw it out, A, B, okay, so 2, 6, 1. So maybe something like this, right? Yeah, so whatever you can draw, you also draw it out. 2, 6, this is your A, then B, 6, 1, then C, PQ. Okay, so that you don't assume that whatever you find is always the midpoint. Okay, so we can put it into like this. The equation, so 2 plus P over 2, 6 plus Q over 2 equals to 6, 1. All right, be careful when you all put this in. We split it up. So 2 plus 2 over 2 equals to 6. And this one 6 plus Q over 2 equals to 1. 2 plus P equals to 12. And then 6 plus Q equals to 2. Okay, you'll get P equals to 10 and Q equals to -4. So your coordinates of B is 10, -4. Okay, did I draw something wrong? A, B, and C. Hey, this is C, right? Okay, sorry, I labeled wrongly, right? C. Okay, so 10, -4, 10, -4. All right, what did I say? The second part, find the equation that passes through C and is perpendicular to AB. Okay, so we want to find what is the gradient of this specific line first. So M equals to, we can put y2 minus y1, so 6 minus 4 over 2 minus 10, which will get negative 5 over 4. Okay, so equation of the line that is perpendicular to AB and passes through C, right? Okay, passes through C. So if I were to draw it out, right, it'll be something like this. Okay, this line here. We want to find this perpendicular line here. Okay, what's the M here? Okay, so this is negative 5 over 4. So the equation of the line, okay, equation of line that is perpendicular to AB, and then at where? Passes through C, right? 10, negative 4. Okay, so this is what we want to find. We find what's the gradient first. So M will be equals to 4 over 5, right? Because it is perpendicular to this. So you just need to change the symbol, then inverse it. Then y2 minus y1 equals to M bracket x minus x1. So y minus 4 equals to 4 over 5 x minus 10. Wait. Sorry. Okay. So rearrange it into the form that they want. So I think most of you actually got the marks. You all know what to do already. And it's just that the final form that you all calculated was wrong. Okay, so y equals to 4 over 5x minus 12. Let's say you write it in this form. Multiply it by 5. Then rearrange it. Okay, 4x minus 5y equals to 60. Okay, that's how you get your marks. All right, so just be careful on all these little things, okay? Because you all don't want to minus marks due to like all these things that you all know lah. It's just never read properly any. Okay, question 4a. Find a range of values of x satisfying the inequality 5x minus 1, 6 minus x less than 0. Okay, so this is under your quadratic inequality. Quadratic inequality. I think this is pretty simple. 5x minus 1, 6 minus x less than 0. So you got to find what's your x first. X equals to 1 over 5. You just 5x minus 1 equals to 0 and 6 minus x equals to 0. Therefore, you get x equals to 1 over 5 and x equals to 6. And then what you got to do? Okay, this is less than 0, right? Okay, this one you have to be careful. Is this a smiley face or sad face graph? Okay, smiley face or sad face. You all see when you open up the bracket, right? You will get a negative 5x squared. So it'll be a sad face graph like this. Okay, so your over here, it'll be x less than 1 over 5 and x more than 6. All right, this is how you do it. Okay, if you're not so sure or if you're not very comfortable doing like this, right? You just make it, you open up the bracket first, then you all factorize it accordingly. Okay, but this is what you all need to actually draw out to find the domain of values for x. Okay, so if it's on top, okay, if it's more than 0, then you will take over here. Okay, if the answer is more than 0, then your answer will be in between 1 over 5 and 6. Okay, so this is what you all need to remember. Okay, question B. Show that the equation 2k plus 1 bracket x squared minus 4kx plus 2k minus 1 equals to 0, where k is not negative 1 over 2, has distinct real roots. Okay, has distinct real roots means we want to prove that b squared minus 4ac is more than 0. Okay, so what you got to do is actually just sub into b squared minus 4ac. Then the value that you want to get is, it should get more than 0. Okay, to prove for this statement here. This is under your chapter 2. Okay, your chapter 2 where you all learn about the quadratic quadratic, the nature of roots. Okay, I can't remember what's the topic, the number of roots or the nature of roots. Okay, so we sub it in negative 4k square minus 2k plus 1, then 2k minus 1 more than 0. 16k square minus 4 times 4k square minus 1. Wait, sorry, actually we don't write the more than 0 first. Okay, we just calculate first. Okay, but if you mark more than 0, okay, this is a proper presentation lah. Okay, then 16k square minus 16k square plus 4. Okay, which you'll get 4 that is more than 0. Okay, I think a couple of you also some calculation a little bit here wrong. So more than 0, then you can write therefore distinct. Okay, don't need to write this one, they also accept lah. Distinct real roots. Okay, so this is the statement, distinct real roots. So you all must know the statement. It has equal roots, it has 2 roots, it has no roots. So it's because how you prove it is your discriminant, which is your b squared minus 4ac. Okay, this is called your discriminant. That is more than 0 for this case. Okay, next one. Question 5. Tangent graph. The diagram shows the part of the tangent graph y equals to a tangent bx plus c. The graph has vertical asymptotes at x equals to negative 4 pi and x equals to 4 pi and passes through the points P and Q. Write down the period of a tangent bx plus c. Okay, there are a few ways to look at it. I think most of you know how to do. So for tangent graph, you all have to remember it's different. The period is different from sine and cos. So one whole tangent graph, how it looks like is like this. Okay, it's like this. So that means your period, right, is from here to here. Okay, this is one whole tangent graph. You all can look at it like this, or you can look at here and here also. Okay, doesn't matter how you all see it. Okay, but this is called one period. Okay, that means one whole cycle of a tangent graph. So your period over here is just 4 pi negative 4 pi. 4 pi plus 4 pi lah. Okay, so your period. Okay, when they say write down, you actually don't need to calculate any. I saw some of you all write some working. Actually, by right, you all just should write equals to 8 pi. Okay, then find the values of A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, and C base for this. So you all should know what A, B, and C does to represent in the graph. So for this case, we start with C. Okay, C, how can we read the C? You just need to see here. Okay, originally this is at 0. So your whole graph is shifted up by positive 3, right? Okay, so that's why C is equal to 3. Okay, this part here, due to your C equals to 3, because your vertical translation go up by 3. So this is vertical translation. Okay, B. Okay, B, just now we found that our period is equals to 8 pi, right? So the formula is to find B, pi over B equals to 8 pi, okay, equals to a period. Therefore, B is equals to 1 over 8. Okay, B equals to 1 over 8. Okay, please remember the formula for period for sine and cos is together, but for tangent is by itself. Okay, so don't get mixed up by both of it. So you find your C, you find your B. Okay, you want to find B first also can lah. Okay, but B and C first before you all find A. Okay, because A we cannot read from the graph. A we need to substitute. We just take a point, then we substitute inside. So you all see here, the point that I took was substitute 2 pi 7 into, so we already found our B and C, right? So we sub into this, y equals to A tangent 1 over 8x plus 3. Okay, just sub it inside here. So 7 equals to A tangent 1 over 8 times 2 pi plus 3. The plus 3, you move it to the left-hand side, so it'll be 4. This tangent, you will get, you just type in the calculator, you all will get 1. Therefore, A is equals to 4. Okay, hold on. Okay, A is equals to 4. Okay, so for your graph, right, make sure you all are familiar with the sine, cos, and tangent graph. They like to ask this kind of question. You just literally read from the graph. You need to understand what does A, B, and C means for all of this. Okay, so A is your, this one by right is your not asymptote. What's the word already? Amplitude. Okay, amplitude. But A for, we don't have A from the tangent. That one's for sine and cos only. Okay, B is period, then C is vertical translation. Okay, so that's why the amplitude for this one, we have to go and calculate it. Okay, question 6. The polynomial Px is such that Px equals to 6x cubed plus ax squared minus 52x plus b. Okay, where a and b are integers, is given that Px is divisible by 2x minus 3 and P prime 1 is equals to 4. Find the values of a and b. Okay, so this prime sign, okay, this is your first derivative. First derivative, also known as your dy over dx. Okay, dy over dx. Okay, let's see, what can we do? Let's solve from this first sentence first. It is divisible by 2x minus 3. Okay, so we can use factor theorem for this, where P3 over 2 is equals to 0. Okay, we let the 2x minus 3 equals to 0, then x equals to 3 over 2. Okay, then we slowly solve this. We sub it in. 6 times 3 over 2 cubed plus a 3 over 2 square minus 52 3 over 2 plus b equals to 0. Okay, be very careful when you all calculate this one. 81 over 4 plus 9 over 4a minus 78 plus b equals to 0. Okay, can we solve this? Can we solve this? Can, all right. Okay, so we're probably stuck here already. Okay, we can simplify it lah. The 81 over 4 minus 78. Okay, so we can write it as 9 over 4a plus b equals to 231 over 4, right? Okay, but we can't do much over here. Okay, we can't do much over here. So let's look at the second one, the second equation, which is p prime 1 equals to 4. So we've differentiated first, p prime x, which is equals to 18x squared plus 2ax minus 52. Okay, then sub in 1, p prime 1, which is equals to 4. Okay, p prime 1, which is equals to 4. Then we sub in the 1, 18 times 1 square plus 2a times 1 minus 52 equals to 4. 18 plus 2a, okay, minus 52 equals to 4. 2a equals to 38. And we can find what's our a here. A equals to 19. Okay, here you get the 3 marks. Then we sub in the a into here. Okay, so 9 over 4 times 19 plus b equals to 231 over 4. Okay, 19 times 9 over 4, 231. Okay, then over here you will get b equals to 15. Okay, one small thing, just presentation, just be careful. Okay, so you see, right? Sometimes when I write like this also, I write left, then right, then after that I come back here again. Sometimes I see, especially for those the writing not so nice, okay, You all just observe your writing, if not so nice. What you want to do, right? Write down, if your answer is buried somewhere in the middle, right? Just write down the answer again, somewhere here. Okay. This is just a small tip because I don't want you all to lose marks just because the marker cannot find your answer. Even though your answers is all nice, but it's just somewhere inside. All right, because they might be tired to look for your answers. All right, so I want you all to be careful on this because some of you I really cannot, very messy you're working. Okay, I know you all know how to do it, but too messy already. Okay, I see for me to find the answers also very hard to find. Okay, second part, do not use a calculator in this part of the question. Using your values of A and B, factorize Px fully. Okay, so Px over here. Okay, so we find Px first. We write down what's Px first. So 6x cubed plus 19x squared minus 52x plus 15. Okay. Anyone still not sure how to use calculator? This one they say don't use a calculator, right? But do I use calculator? Okay, do I use calculator? Use that, right? Use only. Okay, so if you use your calculator, okay, if you use a calculator, you should get three answers. Okay, you just take one of the factors, but one of the factors is actually given to you. So for you to actually factorize the, okay, for you to factorize the cubic equation, the first step, normally what I think some of you have learned different methods, but normally I think this is the most straightforward. Stick with the long division first. Okay, stick with the long division first. So we want to find what's our quadratic factors, right? Go and do this. Okay, so 2x minus 3. Okay, so 3x squared, 6x cubed minus 9x squared, 28x squared minus 52x, and 28x squared minus 42x. And then okay, one small tip. I see a lot of students make mistake on this also. So what you can do, you'll put the minus sign here, just to remind yourself that you are subtracting the value to get the bottom part here. Okay, you get here minus 10x plus 15, then minus 5. Okay, then minus 10x plus 15. All right, so over here, this is called your quadratic factor. So if I've seen got one of the past year paper, they say find the quadratic factor, then a lot of students don't know what is this quadratic factor. So it's a linear factor times a quadratic factor. Okay, so you see here, you get 2x minus 3, and then 3x squared plus 14x minus 5. Okay, so if they ever use this term, this is called your linear factor. Okay, why linear? Y equals mx plus c, right? This is your quadratic factor. Okay, then after that, from there, you factorize again. Okay, just double check with the calculator first. So what I'll do, normally, I go calculator, like how y'all do your quadratic, right? You go into your polynomial, but this time you do until cube. Okay, your polynomial degree will be 3. So you see this calculator, right? When you go to college also will be useful. Why? You can solve until power 4. Okay, in A levels, you all will come across that. They will teach you some very long method. Last time I only got this calculator, so I have to manually count it. Now you got this calculator already. Very easy to calculate it. Okay, so you all just try. Okay, for those who didn't use a calculator, I want you all to use calculator to check first. So 6, then 19, minus 52, then 15. Okay, you see your answer. They give you x1 is minus 5, then 3 over 2, then 1 over 3. Okay, I teach you all to, just in case for those who do not use the calculator, you do like this. You write down the answers first. X equals negative 5, x equals to 3 over 2, x equals to 1 over 3. Okay, our goal is to make it to this bracket like this. Okay, so it'll be something, sometimes got a something x plus something equals to 0. We want to make it all to the left-hand side, then equals to 0. However, you cannot, the fraction one, there's a method for you to show. So for this, you make it to x plus 5 equals to 0. For this, if it's a fraction, or if come out as a decimal place in your calculator, you change it to fraction first. This applies for your quadratic also. But this one you multiply first. Okay, 2x equals to 3, then 2x minus 3 equals to 0. This one same thing. Multiply first. 3x equals to 1, then 3x minus 1 equals to 0. So you all see here, I got the 3 factors here. All right, we got the 3 factors here. Okay, they say don't use calculator, you use calculator only. But they ask you don't use calculator so that you can show lah. Okay, you can show the working. All right, question 7. I think a couple of you got wrong for this. You all saw, I think the previous paper also, the previous set, there was one similar question on this, right? For log and ln and exponential, you all need to know how the graph looks like. Okay, for you all to understand this. Write down the set of values of x for which log bracket 5x minus 3 exists. Okay, you all see the graph I draw beside? This is your log or ln graph, right? Like this, your original one. Okay, what do you know? Okay, what do you know about this? X must be more than 0, right? Okay, because you have your asymptote. Okay, your asymptote is x equals to 0. So your values for your log or ln graph, it needs to be more than 0. Okay, why more than 0? If you all type in your calculator, right, you type log 0, what do you get? Log 0 or ln 0? Math error, right? So for you to find the domain, right, you just make this equals to 0. Okay, you just make this equals to 0. That is to find our asymptote. So you see, to find asymptote, can it be more than equals to 1? No. Where can be more than equals to 1? The asymptote is your bracket, okay, whatever that's inside here equals to 0. Okay, so how you calculate is 5x minus 3 equals to 0, because we want to make it the math error. Okay, so x will be equals to 3 over 5. Okay, so that means, right, if I were to draw a graph for this specifically, this log 5x minus 3, how it will look like is the asymptote will be here. Okay, the asymptote will be here. So all these values here are math error. So x equals to 3 over 5. So you see, there won't be values that touches here. Okay, so for it to exist, it will be x more than 3 over 5. Okay, x more than 3 over 5. Okay, then solve the equation. Log bracket 5x minus 3 equals to 1. Okay, how do this? LG means log 10, right? Okay, log 10, this one we just change from log form to indices form. So this one will be 5x minus 3, which is equals to 10. 5x equals to 13. X equals to 13 over 5. Okay, I saw your reviews. Don't need to write the before, after, during, after. Make it more natural. Make it more natural sentences. But thanks for it. Okay, I see some of you already. Later, y'all claim Starbucks from me. Okay. Understand? Samjit, you just need to make it equals to 0. Don't go put any other values. This is a separate question. Okay, you just need to put equals whatever that's in the bracket for a log or ln that equals to 0, because we want to cause it to become math error. This is the nature of a log or ln graph. Okay, question B. It is given that log yx equals to 4 plus 1 over 2 log y 64 plus log y 162, okay, where y is more than 0. Find an expression for y in terms of x. Simplify your answer. Okay. Okay, so you all see here, right? Got log y, right? So what we want to do, we want to make the equation one big log y on the left-hand side, one big log y on the right-hand side. Then we can just compare the arguments inside. Okay, the terms inside is called the arguments. So for this term, we make the log y come out first. Okay, make the log y come out first. Okay, so and then this 1/2 also we shift it. So you will get log yx equals to, okay, this one will be 4 log y equals to plus log y 64 to the power of 1/2 plus log y 162. We bring the 4 above, so log y4 plus, okay, this one can we simplify? Okay, square root 64, which is 8, then plus log y162. Okay, so I got this one. I got basically log ya plus log yb plus log yc. Yeah, I can make it to log yabc, right? Okay, so join all of it together. Over here, we'll get log y 1296y to the power of 4. Okay, so you see I got one big log y on the left-hand side, one big log y on the right-hand side. I can just compare the arguments with each other. This is what we want to achieve. Okay, so x is equals to 1296y to the power of 4. We want to make y as the subject, right? So y to the power of 4, x over 1296. Okay, simplify your answer. So whatever you can simplify, make sure you all simplify it. This one with 4th root, the whole thing. Okay, 1296. Okay, then this one, the bottom, the denominator can simplify, right? 6. Okay, if you write it as x to the power of 1/4, also it's okay. Okay, it's also acceptable. Okay, any questions until here? All good? Okay, let's go. Next one. Okay, question 8. Many of you got it wrong. Okay, I think too long, y'all never see this kind of question already. I want y'all to take note of this question. Okay, those who do not do, okay, because this one, I think quite long. If y'all see in the 2022 paper, hasn't come out, right? This one. This is the reverse differentiation. Y'all see the older paper. That's why I say y'all have to see until the older papers also. Very, very important. Please don't just do the new papers. Okay, I want y'all to, as what I created the reel, actually Instagram reel actually is more to remind y'all for this class and the maths class. Okay, those who are sitting exam, you want to aim at least past 5 years. Okay, don't just do the ones that I asked y'all to do, which is 2022, 2021, 2020. Go and do all the old papers also. This next 1 week, I can tell you, one day you can spend 1 whole year, really. Okay, so aim tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You see how much y'all can do if y'all set your mind to it. Okay, differentiate y equals to 2x e to the power of 4x with respect to x. Be careful also. I saw some of you, y'all didn't see this properly. This one will use what rule? 2x, you see this is one function. Then over here is another function. So it's actually a uv. Okay, a lot of you just treated it as a normal, you're going to use the power rule. Okay, the e to the power of 4x is also one of the, it's like a separate function like that. Okay, so you got to separate it into u equals to 2x, v equals to e to the power of 4x. U prime 2, v prime 4e 4x. use your product rule. dy over dx equals to 2x 4e to the power of 4x plus 2e to the power of 4x, okay, which you will get 8x e to the power of 4x plus 2e to the power of 4x. Okay? Can? Okay, just be careful lah. Okay, just be careful. But I think you're at least some of you got the 1 mark, right? Okay. But if you get 1 mark, the next 4 marks, you all won't get it anyway. Okay, so this part here, I think a couple of you have asked a couple of times in our private group. You all see here, right? When you have to integrate a form that looks like a product rule or a quotient rule. Okay. For integration, you have to remember, for integration, if the function, okay, if the function looks like u times v or u over v, okay, think about reverse differentiation because you all haven't learned it yet. Okay, when you all go college, only you all will learn how to integrate this. You can factorize out the e to the power of 4x, cannot? Cannot. You cannot factorize it. You need to integrate that also because got x ma. Okay, you need to factorize out the 4x also. Okay. This one, I think in the recent paper for this is the first time probably it came out because I don't recall going through with you all for 2022 paper. Okay, take note on this. You see, right? If I differentiate this 2x e to the power of 4x, I will get 8x e to the power of 4x plus 2e to the power of 4x, right? Okay, this is my dy over dx. My reverse process of it is what? Integrate, right? Okay, integrate. Okay, why I want to consider this? Can you all see this x e to the power of 4x? Where do you all see it? It's part of here, right? Can you all see? It's part of here. Okay, 8x e to the power of 4x. Now you all also have to know that I cannot integrate this x e to the power of 4x. Okay, I cannot. Because impossible lah. Okay, because it's in this form, u times v or u over v. Okay, so don't go and force it. Don't create your own formulas also. Think about the reverse differentiation. That means integration is also called reverse differentiation. Okay, so we just use from the first one, and also the other clue is here. You see, they say hence, right? Hence means you probably want to take something from the question before already. So if I integrate 8x e to the power of 4x plus 2e 4x dx, I will get back to the question again, which is 2x e to the power of 4x. Okay, this should be my answer. But I only want this part here. Okay, I only want this part here. Okay, so what I gotta do? You separate this one first. 8x e to the power of 4x dx plus integrate 2e 4x dx equals to 2x e to the power of 4x. Okay, why I can separate this one? You all see this one? This is not in this form. This is not in u times v or u over v. This one, it's just one term only. Okay, one x term only. So this one, can I integrate? Can, right? Okay, we have learned this, okay, to integrate e to the power of something x, right? So this one I can integrate. See, I want to make this as my subject only, so I haven't finished yet. So now we want to rearrange it first. Over here, 8x e to the power of 4x dx. Okay, this 2e 4x, I put it to the right hand side. So 2x e to the power of 4x minus integrate 2e to the power of 4x dx. Okay, this one I can integrate. This one I cannot integrate. Okay, you all have to be very, very clear. You see, this one because got an x term here. So it's an x term with another x term. This one don't have. Okay, so it's different. Okay, but at the same time, I also still don't want this 8, right? Okay, we settle this right-hand side first. So 2x e to the power of 4x minus, okay, I integrate this. I will get 2 over 4, which is 1 over 2 e to the power of 4x. Okay, then one more final step. Because I don't want this 8 over here, I only want integrate x e to the power of 4x integrate. So I divide the whole equation by 8. Okay, we basically can factorize out here. Okay, if I were to write every step, 8, I factorize it out. Okay, then after that, I divide the whole thing by 8. So I can write it as integrate x e for x, then this one 1 over 8, 2x e to the power of 4x minus 1 over 2 e to the power of 4x, which you find on, we get 1 over 4 x e 4x minus 1 over 16 e to the power of 4x. Okay, then write the plus c as well. Okay, plus c because this is a indefinite integral. Okay, I think quite a number of you got wrong for this one. Just take note on this. Okay, any question on this? Any question on this? You all understand the concept? Does the c need to times 1 over 8? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because we don't know what's the value of c. Okay, Shannon asked, okay, that's a good question. You write it as 1 over 8, also it doesn't matter because c is an unknown right now. It's a constant, but we don't know what is it. Okay, and we don't need to find. Okay, any question? Any more question for this? Okay, all good? Okay, where did the 2x e power 2x e power 4x? Where 2x e power 4x is from the question itself. This one, Jinxian. Okay, you see, it's from the question itself. Here. Okay. Can see. Okay, you all just need to need to understand what this means. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Okay, can clarify all right now. Okay, because quite a number of you got wrong for this. I think the recent papers all never see this kind of question. Okay, any more question? Any more question for this? Okay, this is a reverse the concept because it's understanding the theory of integration is just reverse differentiation. So we go back to the question again. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a short 3 minutes break because I need to go to the toilet for a bit. We'll be right back. Okay, let's continue. Question 9. Okay, find the unit vector in the direction 40i minus 9j. Okay, so you all need to know the formula for unit vector. So you have to find what's your magnitude first. Okay, so magnitude, we can just give a name. So A is equals to 40i minus 9j. Okay, we want to find what's the magnitude first. So all this is just formula. So if you don't know this part here, go and wash back the vectors. Okay, then you get 40 square plus negative 9 square. Okay, which is equals to 41. Okay, so unit vector, you all got to memorize. It's just vector over magnitude. Okay, vector over magnitude. Okay, you don't have to write all this. This one I just write so that you all understand what am I doing here. Okay, so which is 1 over 41, 40i minus 9j. Okay, you can multiply it. So 40 over 41i minus 9 over 41j. Okay, question B. The position vectors of P and Q relative to an origin O are P and Q respectively. The point R lies on the PQ and is between P and Q such that PR over PQ equals to K. Okay, write down the set of all possible values of K. Can you don't multiply it, Ken? Don't worry. Okay, so for this one, okay, what it means, this one, you all see here, right? This is a ratio, right? Okay, position vector, this is a ratio. So you can write it like this. PR to PQ is, they wrote here K, but we can write it as K over 1. Okay, so that means PR, right? The part here is K. Okay, then PQ, the whole thing is 1, right? Okay, so what are the set of possible values of K? K cannot be more than 1, right? But it cannot be less than 0 also. So it will be in between 0 and 1. Okay, it will be in between 0 and 1. Can you see? This is all it means. Okay, question 2. Given that the position vector of R relative to O is lambda P plus mu Q, show that lambda plus mu is equals to 1. Okay, so whatever information that you have or given in the question, we just write it down. So PQ, okay, we can write it as OQ minus OP. Okay, this is a position vector, which is Q minus P. Okay, because they say, okay, so they wrote over here, right? Relative to O are P and Q. So we rewrite it like this first. Q minus P. Then from here, okay, from this one, PR over PQ equals to K. So PR equals to KPQ, right? Okay, which is what? PQ, Q minus P. Okay, PR, okay, because we want to find OR, right? This question says position vector of R relative to O. So we want to find what is OR. So OR minus OP will be equals to KQ minus P. OR will be equals to, we move OP to the right-hand side. So OP is actually P plus K bracket Q minus P. Okay. Then they also say OR is also lambda P plus mu Q. Okay, this is given to you in the question. So we just want to compare this and this together. We want to equal with both of it together. So which is P plus K Q minus P equals to lambda P plus mu Q. Okay, open it up. P plus KQ minus KP equals to lambda P plus mu Q. Okay, what we can do, we put the same family together. Okay, so you see, this one I can write it as 1 minus KP plus KQ equals to lambda P plus mu Q, right? See, I just rearranging the thing so that we can compare P and P, Q and Q together. Okay, so we compare. Okay, compare P, which is 1 minus Q, K equals to lambda. Compare Q, K is equals to mu. Okay, then you just put inside, sub in lambda plus mu equals to 1 minus mu. What did I write? 1 minus mu equals to lambda. Okay, so I just sub in both of these equations with each other. Sub in equation 1 and 2. And rearrange it. lambda plus mu equals to 1. Okay, shown. Proven. Remember, in exam, don't know also, just write proven only. Write down your final answer, write down proven. Okay, let's go. Question 10. Diagram shows part of the curve y equals to 3 plus 2x minus x squared. The point A lies on the curve and has an x coordinate of x 1.5. Okay, so we label this down first, whatever information that we have. 1.5. The tangent to the curve at A meets at the x-axis at B. The curve meets the x-axis at C. Find the area of the shaded region. Okay. You all saw, some of you did very, very long. Okay, I think this question was the one that saved your marks. Okay, very, very good. I think you all managed to get the full 10 marks for this. I think as long as you all follow through the integration lesson that I taught, right, this question shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so how do we calculate this? How do we calculate this? Okay, we find out whatever points that we need to find first. Okay, so over here, I will start with finding what is A. So when x equals to 1.5, okay, then what? Y equals to 3 plus 2, 1.5 minus 1.5 squared, okay, which is equals to 3.75. Okay, so your A here will be 1.5, 3.75. Okay, 3.75. Okay, then what else do we have? We can find point C. Okay, point C is something 0, right? Okay, something 0. So this is to find point A. Point C when y equals to 0. So 3 plus 2x minus x squared equals to 0. Okay, go and factorize it. Okay, and write it as like this, minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. X minus 3, x plus 1 equals to 0. And then x equals to 3, x equals to -1. Okay, so you see here it's positive, right? So we got to reject this part here. Okay, we got to reject this part here. And then you get here 3, 0. Okay, so one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed by it, even though it's a 10-mark question. Okay, what else can we find? We can find the gradient. Okay. Okay, because we can find the equation of this line. Okay, so I got this, right? So I can find the equation of this straight line here. Is a tangent to the curve at A. Okay, tangent to the curve at A. So dy, we find what's the gradient first. Dy over dx equals to 2 minus 2x. Then we sub in when x equals to 1.5. dy over dx equals to -1. Okay, so let's go find equation of the tangent. Okay, equation of the tangent. Okay, then what do we have? So your m is equals to -1, then 1.5, 3.75. Okay, so do your y2 minus y1. So y minus 3.75 equals to -1, x minus 1.5, y equals to -x plus 5.25. Okay, so this one, this straight line is y equals to -x plus 5.25. Okay, then we can find b, right? Over here, we can find b. b is equals to when y equals to 0, x will be equals to 5.25. Okay, we just sub into there. Therefore, your b coordinate will be 5.25 and 0. Okay, so you see I got this point, and this point here that we found. So we just write here 5.25, 0. Okay, and what's next? Okay, what's next? Okay, maybe I put it all into one, so easier for you all to see. Okay, so I found all the points already. The area of the shaded region, right? Okay, so all I need to do, I think this is quite easy. Take the triangle, okay, area of triangle, then minus this part here, right? Okay, area of triangle minus that part here. Okay, so the area under the curve, this is from 1.5, right? 1.5 to 3. So we can find here first. Okay, then we take the area of the triangle minus this green color part here. So area under the curve. Okay, area under the curve. Okay, let's call this area A lah. Okay, area A. So we integrate from 1.5 to 3, then 3 plus 2x minus x squared dx. Okay, we'll integrate it. 3x plus x squared minus x cubed over 3, then 1.5, 3. Okay, 1.53. Sub in the 3 and 1.5. So 3 times 3 plus 3 squared minus 3 cubed over 3 minus 3 times 1.5 plus 1.5 square minus 1.5 cube over 3. Okay, which will get 9 minus 45 over 8. 27 over 8. Okay, remember, check it over and over and over again. All right, because this is a spiral down, your 10 marks. Okay, then area, the next one. Area of triangle. Yes?
I got a question.
So
is it like only every intersection point you can draw it down into 90 degrees? Like every intersection point?
Every intersection point means what?
Like the A here.
Here.
You can draw it down, right? So it's like basically anything that's intersecting like a curve or something, we can just draw it down.
No lah, it depends on the question lor, because you see they want here ma. Okay, so it's easy for me to, why I draw it down is because we want to find the area of the triangle here. We want to find the area of triangle.
Okay.
Then I can minus this off. It really depends on the question.
Okay.
Okay, so we are taking this big triangle minus this part here. Okay, because also, you see, I cannot straight away find the area here ma. You see, there's no shape that is here, the shaded area here straight away. So the only way for me to actually calculate this is by taking the triangle minus this part here. So it really depends on the question. Okay, so we take, this one is your area B. Okay, area of triangle B. Of triangle B. Okay, which will get half times base. Okay, so your base is 5.25 minus 1.5, then times height, which is 3.75. Okay, you'll get 225 over 32. Okay, I think some of you, I think one or two of you did all the steps all correct, but then because you're all careless. Okay, so be careful on this one because it's a 10-mark question. Okay, so I don't want you all to get wrong. You all know how to do, and this is not so hard. Right, we have actually gone through many of this integration type of question already. Okay, so just be careful when you all calculate. Okay, so shaded area, the last one, we take the triangle minus off the just now that part that we calculated. So 225 over 32 minus 27 over 8, we should get 117 over 32. Okay, you all write it as, I think some of you wrote it as what? 3.66, right? Okay, it's also fine. Okay, any question for this? Quite a fun question. Really fun question. Okay, very proud of you. I think a lot of you, like most of the question, all don't know how to do, but know how to do this, right? This one save your marks, right? 10-mark question. Okay, Shana, okay? Ken?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's go. Last two questions. Question 11. Okay, the sum of the first 20 terms of an arithmetic progression is 1100. Okay, this arithmetic. The sum of the first 70 terms is 14350. Find the 12th term. Okay, 6 marks question. So this one, just write your formulas, lor. Okay, the formulas is already given to you in the cheat sheet, not cheat sheet, the formula sheet. So make sure you all know how to find it. Okay, just a short recap for those if I think some of you don't know how to do. You all see arithmetic geometric, right? Straight away go here already. Just write down the formulas first, then you'll figure out from there. Okay, so you got your term. This is your term. Then this one is your sum of terms. Do I have add math formula sheet? You use the one that I sent to you all, but that one got a lot of formula inside. Because there's so many formulas. Okay, you print out that one, highlight the ones that you all don't know, make it into a cheat sheet, make it into your own cheat sheet. Okay, then after that, like from here, you all write down questions that you all know that is related. Okay, like this one, so that you all remember. The one that I sent to you all.
Right. The old add math cheat sheet, right?
Got 2 of it. Later I send to you all again. Later I send to you again. Okay, got 1 of it, many pages. Okay, you all go through all of it. I want, because that one got examples inside. Okay, you all go through all of it, create your own cheat sheet. That's the most important. Okay, write down your own cheat sheet so that the cheat sheet, right, is literally for your 5-10 minutes before exam is to look through it. It's your last minute retention. This is what I do until university also. Okay, write down whatever, because there are some things that's a bit harder for you all to remember, and everyone is different. Okay, everyone is different. So don't just rely on my cheat sheet. Create your own cheat sheet. Okay, by next week, okay, by this weekend, one of the things that y'all should be doing is create a cheat sheet so that before exam, you all got this paper that you all can look at it right before exam. Teach you all a trick also. This is what I do last time. Okay, I sit for my exam. I look at the cheat sheet. I know got some formulas I can't remember. Immediately the paper come. I take my pencil. I write down somewhere on the paper first, just in case I forget, like the steps also. Teacher last time remember these few formulas that I cannot understand. Okay, that I know that I confirm forget, because it retains your short-term memory also. Okay, so that's why your cheat sheet. Why I keep saying cheat sheet. You don't just use mine. Mine is I summarize for you all, but still got a lot. Okay, maybe some of you all know a lot of the formulas already. You don't have to write every single one. Otherwise, too many things for you all remember. Okay, so recap. You all see arithmetic, geometric. Look back into here and just write down the formula first. Okay, just write down the formula in the question. So just now they say sum of terms, right? You either use this or this. There's 2 formulas here. Terms, then a plus n minus 1d. Okay, we go back here. You go back here. So you just write down the formula first. So they say sum, right? So Sn equals to n over 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay, we only use the other formula if they give you the last term. So it really depends on the question again. So they say the sum of the first 20 terms is 1100. Okay, so we just fit it in the formula 20 over 2a plus 20 minus 1d equals to 1100. Okay, then you get here 20a plus 190d equals to 1100. 20a equals to 1100 minus 190d. Okay, if you want to make a as a subject, a equals to 1100 minus 190d over 20. Okay, so this one, let's put it as equation 1. Okay, then the other one, S70, the first 70 terms, 14350. So n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay, sometimes you may not be able to see from the question itself. That's why I say always sometimes you write down, right? Then you all will figure out from there. Right? Okay, 70a plus 2415d equals to 14350. Okay, this one will be equation 2. You want to use elimination also can. Okay, but I'm going to use substitution here. So I substitute 1 into 2. 70a, so which is 1100 minus 190d over 20 plus 2415d equals to 14350. 77000 minus 13300d plus 48300d over 20 equals to 14350. Okay, summarize it. You get 3,000, 35,000, D 210,000, D equals to 6. Okay, so you see, actually it's nothing hard, but it's just long, right? It's just long. Okay, you find your D already. You want to find your A. Okay, because, okay, one thing you also have to know, because I need to find my 12th term, right? So that means I need A plus n minus 1 D. So I need my A and D, right? I got my n already, which is 12. So over here, so from 1, okay, from 1, what do? Just sub it in. So A equals to 11000 minus 190 times 6 over 20. You get A equals to -2. Okay, so I got my A, I got my D. Okay, my term. Okay, my term 12. Okay, find the 12th term, right? So T12 equals to A plus n minus 1, 12 minus 1D. Okay, just type this in the calculator. Okay, 11 times 6 minus 2. So you get 64. All right. Okay, so you see, if you all tried it, I saw some of you also just gave up on this. It's not that hard. Okay, it's not that hard. Sometimes you all just write it down first. Okay, so whatever formulas, write it down first. Some get some clues. Okay, if you're all still not familiar with the formula sheet, the page 2, right? Go and print it out right after the class. Put it right beside your bed. Okay, I want you all to look at the formula sheet. Okay, sleep with it. Let your mind absorb it. What's the term you all learn in biology? The water absorbed. I also forgot what is it. Osmosis. Yes. You osmosis your knowledge into your head. Okay, I don't know whether that makes sense, but yeah, osmosis. I gave my bio back all to my teacher already. Okay, let's go. Question B. Okay, the first 3 terms of a geometric progression are x plus 6, x minus 9, 1 over 2, x plus 1. Show that x satisfy the equation x squared minus 43x plus 156 equals to 0. Hence, show that a sum to infinity exists for each of the possible values of x. Okay, let's answer the first part first. Okay, so we want to see how to make the equation to x squared minus 43x plus 156 given to us these 3, okay? These 3 terms. They say these 3 terms is a geometric progression, first 3 terms. So how can we normally construct an equation when they give us geometric progression? You all just remember this. If they say arithmetic progression, what is common is the common difference. Okay, for a geometric progression, what is common is a common ratio. Okay, so if they ever give you like 3 consecutive terms, you all just remember this. 3 consecutive terms. Okay. For arithmetic, think about your common difference. Okay, common difference, which is like T2, T2 minus T1 equals to T3 minus T2. If they say for geometric, okay, think about your common ratio. Okay, your common ratio, which is T2 over T1 equals to T3 over T2. Okay, which we'll be using for this. Because this T1, T2, T3, right? Okay, so your R1, okay, so your first ratio, right? This topic only use formula. It's all formula and it's all put into that the 6 formulas. You just need to know how to use that 6 formulas actually. Okay, so we can write that this is x minus 9 over x plus 6. Okay, x minus 9 over x plus 6. Then 1 over 2x plus 1 over x minus 9. Okay, so this is the equation that we want. All right, go and solve this, cross multiply it. Okay, just cross multiply it. So we get x minus 9 square equals to 1 over 2 x plus 1 over 2 x plus 6. Okay, slowly go open up. Okay, open up. So x squared minus 18x plus 81 equals to 1 over 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 over 2x plus 3. This one you get 1 over 2x squared plus 7 over 2x plus 3. Okay, we multiply the whole thing by 2. So 2x squared minus 36x plus 162 equals to x squared plus 7x plus 6. Okay, then okay, simplify it. X squared minus 43x plus 156 equals to 0. Okay, so you see, we got it right. Satisfy the equation already. Okay, so when we get until here, this you should get 1, 2, 3, 4 marks already. Okay, more than half of it already. Okay, then you factorize because we want to find what is the x value. Okay, so values like these please just use your calculator. Okay, don't go and crack your head, do the butterfly method. But just make sure you all show this. Okay, you skip this step, you less 1 mark. So I know you all know how to use the calculator. Okay, you all know how to use the calculator. Okay, so x equals to 39, x equals to 4. Okay, then we sub it in. Okay, we sub it in. So when x equals to 39, we want to find what's our r value. So r, we can use this or this. Both the r values will be the same one. Okay, make your life easy. Choose the easy one. Okay, so from here, we can say r is equals to x minus 9 over x plus 6, right? Okay, so we sub it into there. Oops. Okay, so r will be equals to 39 minus 9 over 39 plus 6. Okay, we should get r equals to 2 over 3. Then when x equals to 4, r equals to 4 minus 9, and then 4 plus 6. Okay, which is r equals to negative 1 over 2. Okay, recently I see the papers, they actually like to test you all on this, the sum to infinity criteria. Okay, do you all recall what's the sum to infinity criteria? Okay, they say, hence, the question say, hence show that the sum to infinity exists for each possible values of x. Larger than 0? No. Okay, so you all go back to here. You all see, back to the formula sheet. Okay, because students often neglect this formula. Okay, it's not a formula, it's this bracket here. Modulus r is less than 1. Okay, so this is the proof. You all write it down. to show, okay, to show sum to infinity exists. Okay, or criteria for sum to infinity lah. Okay, how can you write this? You all have to remember it's like this. You can break it down to like this also. R, right, because modulus is plus minus, right? So the criteria for sum to infinity to exist, right, is your R value needs to be in between -1 to 1. This is how you rewrite it. Okay, but this is, you understand it, you understand this better lah. Okay, so write this down in your formula sheet or wherever y'all see it. Okay, y'all just see every time sum to infinity, most likely they will ask you this question. Okay, but not many marks lah. It's just like the theory part of it for it to exist. Okay, so you go back to the question, right? You see what's the R value that we found? It's -½ to 2/3, right? So basically these two values, will they give this in the exam as in the formula sheet? Joshua, is it the formula sheet? Yes, they will give you. They'll give you the formula sheet. So make sure you are best friends with the formula sheet also. Okay, so that you all know what to find. So formula sheet, you all obviously don't go and memorize. Don't need to memorize. Okay, not necessary for you all to memorize, but you all need to know like all the other formulas, then you all go and memorize. Like let's say circular measure, all these type of other things. Don't waste your brain space, go and memorize that formula sheet, but you need to know what is inside the formula sheet. Okay, so you see here the criteria, it fulfills the criteria, right? So you just need to write like this. R, your modulus R is less than 1, okay, for each progression. Okay, for each progression. Okay, then you can say, therefore, sum to infinity exists. Okay, sum to infinity exists. Okay, so they can ask you all the flip side of it also. So sometimes you might need to break this down into R like this, -1 to 1. Sometimes y'all depends on the question, but you all just remember sum to infinity, don't neglect this formula. You all to get like the full marks. Normally it's like 1 or 2 marks only to write this statement down. It's more on the theory part. Okay, ready for the last question? Okay, ready for the last question? Okay, question 12. In this question, all lengths are in cm. A container is a half cylinder. Open as shown. Okay, read carefully all this. Some of you, because never read properly this one, wrong already. Okay, I know you all know how to do one. Formula, I see steps all correct, but then because of this part, you all never read properly. It has length y and uniform cross section of radius x. The volume of the container is 25,000. Given that x and y can vary and that the outer surface S of the container has a maximum value. Okay, we write this in our color. So has a maximum value. So you all gotta remember, whenever you see this minimum or maximum value, you straight away think about dy over dx equals to 0. Okay, in your entire syllabus, this is the only part that you all will see maximum or minimum. Okay, they ask you to find this value. Okay, so that means we want to find what is the maximum value of S. Okay, maximum value of S. All right, we write down whatever information that we have. Okay, by the way, minimum and maximum, you go back to your differentiation, right? Actually, the last part of your differentiation one is all about shapes. So whenever you come across this minimum, maximum, just recap a bit. You see, you need to memorize like your equation of the shapes, which is from your mathematics. Okay, mensuration. So make sure you all know your area and volume also for this part here. Area and volume of shapes. This is from mathematics. Your mensuration. Okay, topic on mensuration. Okay, whether it's sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cone, all this, make sure you all know. Okay, so your volume is equals to 25,000. Okay, so your volume here, be careful, is half of it only. So half pi x square y, which is equals to 25,000. Okay, we multiply it by 2 and divide by pi. So x square y, which is equals to 50,000 over pi. Okay, therefore y is equals to 5,000 over pi x squared. Okay, so this is an equation, right? Okay, surface area. So surface area is the front and back, then plus your half, right? So you see this one, you all need to know all from your mathematics. Right? Okay, so S is equals to pi x squared. Okay, it's actually 2 times half pi x squared, right? So 2 times half pi x squared. Okay, which that's why I just wrote the pi x squared, then plus pi xy. Okay, pi times x times y. You all see, you know what's this? Okay, the curved surface. All right, then after that, we'll get pi x squared plus, okay, this one we sub in the y, 50,000 over pi x squared. Okay, simplify it, you'll get pi x squared plus 50,000 over x. Okay, 50,000 over x. All right, so we got this equation here, S. Okay, because why we need to find S? Because we want to find this one, right? It has a minimum value. So this part here will be ds over dx equals to 0. Okay, ds over dx equals to 0. So we need to find what's our ds over dx first. ds over dx will be equals to 2 pi x minus 50,000 x to the power of -2. Okay, this one you all can write it like this. If you cannot see, pi x squared, then plus 50,000 x to the power of -1. Okay, we got here already. Then we put ds over dx equals to 0. Okay, which you will get 2 pi x minus 50,000 over x squared equals to 0. Okay, go and solve this. Okay, this will be, we want to find for x, right? Okay, we want to find for the x value first. So 2 pi x equals to 50,000 over x squared. So you can find x cubed. Then we divide it by 2 pi. Okay, x cubed, type in the calculator. 50,000 divided by 2 pi. Okay, you get 7957.747. Okay, this one don't go and round it up because somewhere in the middle only. Okay, cube root the value, use the exact value also. Okay, you all should get x is equals to 19.96. Okay, you want to, did they ask you to find the x? Okay, you just write as many okay, this one to be safe. Okay, otherwise what I'll do is I'll just immediately use the calculator value, right? And then to sub into the next equation. Okay, you don't want to round it up too much for this in the middle of the equation. Okay, so we know that this x, okay, this x, because they already say it has a minimum value and there's only one value. So this is the x when s is at a maximum. Okay, the s is at a maximum. So we just need to sub it in when x equals to 19.9647, sub it into s. So s equals to pi 19.96 square plus 50,000 over 19.96. Get 3,756. Actually, you can leave it like this. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, 3,756 Okay, they actually accept 3760, 3756 to 3757. Okay, because it depends on how you round it up. But to be safe, the most accurate one is actually what I'll normally do is I'll put the exact value. Okay, this is a 8 marks question. I think those who didn't try this, y'all could have done it. It's not that hard. Okay, it's not that hard. Okay, I want all of you to count the marks. Okay, the ones that I've marked already. If y'all got any marks to add up, anything to clarify, just snap a picture. Let me see. Y'all can ask me. Okay, other than that, this is it for this MJ variant 2-3. Okay, this is the last paper that we'll be discussing for this class as the end of the 2022 papers. Okay, I'll stop the recording and see you all in the next class.